another episode of With the Chiefs.
Wait. Man, I need more rest.
I hope I've got your last name right there.
It's a very good pronunciation.
You should know better than that now, Dom.
I know.
Welcome back
Welcome back
to another episode
with the Chiefs.
with the Chiefs. How long have we been absent?
2 weeks?
2 weeks? Yeah. Back ready
Feels
to rock and
like
roll.
Too long though.
Yeah.
Way too long.
But
Missed
we
you guys.
saw each other at the wedding, so.
Yeah,
But it
well-
feels like a bigger break in podcasting.
I know, yeah, in podcast land.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us what we're going into today?
Absolutely. Big episode. This is the Gold Coast Marathon episode.
As you can tell if you're watching the video.
Yes, when he's got
my
his
finisher.
Gold Coast kit on,
Yeah.
ready for a run.
Yep.
But the episode today, so we'll kick off with our usual training update. Try and keep it short, Smitty.
That's impossible, but anyway.
And then, get into the program. So we've got 16 weeks till Gold Coast. We're going to be talking about things we're doing differently to other blocks, some of the challenges that we'll have throughout the block, some of the gear choices that we're going to be using throughout the block, a bit on diet as well, and race nutrition, and then the goal for the race, and maybe a little bit of other sort of factors as well, like stuff going on outside of running, or
We got a few listener questions as well.
and some listener
which
questions.
touches on lifestyle, so.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, looking forward to it. Should be a pretty interesting episode. Yeah. Smitty,
Right.
but how's your training been going?
Training. All right. So what we got 2 weeks. 2 weeks to go over.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get the magical spreadsheet up. So when was the last episode? On the Sunday, early June. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just pick up from the following week. I've been following the same sort of structure. I think I had, after that down week I had up to the Bucks, I've come back up into like pretty decent mileage. So back up into like 100 Ks ish, which is good. So the week, two weeks ago, starting on Tuesday, we did Gore Hill session, 3-2-1 minutes times by 3. The rest was 60, 60, and 90, which is interesting.
All right. So you got more rest for the shorter reps.
Yeah, but then you like go into the next set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like a continuous sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. That was solid. Paces were sort of like, when I write these down, it's watch paces. So I normally add like
Oh, yeah. With
5
Gore Hill.
seconds because like I have it on my right wrist as well.
Yeah.
So it's really off.
Yeah, right.
So
That's the good thing about the track is like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's 400 meters.
Or Gore Hill. When we go to Gore Hill, we know.
How long the lap is. But it's like a weird distance, isn't it?
Yeah, only when you do 1K rep. Like
Yeah.
1K reps, we know if you go to that, there's a line which is like exactly 1K. And I know because I always clock like way earlier.
Yeah.
And then just auto like do the proper lap.
Yeah.
Or if we do, what else? If you do any laps, like just 1 lap, 2 lap, you can kind of figure out the paces
True.
if you go back.
Mm.
But the rest, when it's in no man's land, you kind of just do a hard effort.
But I think that's fine though. That's like all you need to achieve from your training.
Yeah,
so,
definitely like doing those 1K like threshold reps though, and stuff like as a benchmark because you've done so
yeah.
many of them, you can kind of track back. But yeah, Gore Hill's mostly just like hard threshold and trying not to die in the back part of the session.
Yeah, okay.
So I can't actually remember who was running with for that session. That's 2 weeks ago. That's bad. I should remember. But yeah.
Were the splits all pretty even? Or did
They
you...
were pretty even. So on the watch, it was like, first one was 3:13:05, 2:47. So like I would add like 5 to 7 seconds to those, I would say.
Yeah.
And then like
2:47 is that for 1 minute?
For the 1 minute,
Four.
yeah.
Still
yeah.
pretty good, yeah.
It would be like probably, yeah. Well, we were, moving for those. 3 minutes, 3:04. Because the 3 minutes we would do pretty hard.
Yeah.
And then like 60 seconds, you have to then back up. So it was like, so some of them were actually like the second rep was 3:04, so slower than the 3 minute, and then 2:50, and then 3:04, 01, 2:51. So I kept it pretty consistent.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Then did a MLR. So MLRs have been like normally like 20 or 21k, which is good. So, and I've been doing strength. I did strength after the MLR.
Yep.
I think I'm going to change that, but we'll get into that because it's pretty. I mean, it's still only the 15-minute, but like,
Yeah.
my legs are pretty tired after Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then straight after MLR.
It's like another big day. Yeah.
So I might try and do it on my easy days,
Yeah, fair.
which makes more sense.
Yep.
Then Thursday's always been like super, super easy. I take like Mondays and Thursday to be just as easy as my body feels.
Yeah.
Then we did 3 by 8 minutes with the little run club we got going on at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, around the bay.
That's growing. Seems like,
It's growing. Yeah, Brendan called it Lubius Run Club. It's like combining Luke and Tobias, but it sounds very, very wrong. Might have to. Yeah, it's not that actually. I'll have to cut that. Anyway, they were good. Like the thresholds were good. It was like 3:15, 3:13, 3:11. That was off 2 minutes jog.
Okay.
I trust GPS around the bay more, or at least I have a
Yeah.
benchmark
Yeah.
for what I've done.
I think usually the bay is not too bad.
Yep.
But it's still quick because you're just running in a straight line most
Yep.
of the time.
Yeah.
But I think it's fine. Yeah.
I feel like the threshold has been like they feel really like hard, but feels solid though. Like not going into dipping into VO2 max. Except the last one, I always take the last one pretty hard, but at least I know if I'm not going backwards.
Yeah.
That's okay. Like I can empty the tank a little bit on the last one. Then that's good. That was a Friday. Then we had when we went up to Hunter Valley, we just did 10k easy with the groomsmen, which was really good. It's really nice out there, just on the property. And then had the wedding day. No running on Sunday. It was a big day.
Yeah.
It's a big day. I think we were both there having a good old time. How did you find the wedding?
Oh, it was really
good,
good.
right?
It's like fantastic. Like it's just such a good atmosphere at weddings. But
Yeah.
it's pretty hot.
It was hot.
Yeah.
Oh, when we were walking out with the suits, I was like, just don't. You're like thinking about don't sweat. But then you're just like more conscious about how much you're sweating.
Yeah.
So, but it was lucky under the tree. There was quite a lot of shade.
Yeah, under the tree was alright actually.
Yeah. But yeah, weddings are such they're really.
It's a good atmosphere.
Everyone's just loving life and celebrating. So that was really, really good. I think just the focus wasn't there on running, obviously. Just have a good time. We just had to focus on getting the groom through the day, and he nailed it. So, no running on Sunday. Then easy Monday. Gore Hill was Moose Fartlek.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like the Moose Fartlek?
Don't think I've ever really done it.
Really?
Yeah, maybe once or twice, but nothing I can really remember.
Okay.
But it's like what, 3 minutes, 1 minute, 1 minute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have gotten me if I didn't have it in front of me. I probably would have forgotten it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you do that for half an hour, is it?
Sorry, I thought I didn't.
I don't know.
Do it. Yeah, it's 30 minutes total. So it's 3 minutes, 60-second float, 1 minute, 60-second float, times by 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that I ran with Matt Ho and another guy Cormac, and that felt like a really solid session. And we got stronger towards the end as well. So I didn't expect to back up that quickly off after the wedding as well. Monday was a bit of a sad day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just so drained after, because the weekend was so busy.
Yeah.
You're traveling, socializing, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
big.
just,
Yeah.
So, session was really good. I think the fourth rep almost like, was really hard. And then, but yeah, we kept the floats not crazy fast, but still honest. Didn't like jog it or anything like that. But that was good. And then we did an 8-minute tempo after as well.
Yeah, wow. That's a pretty big session.
Big session. I really felt it on the MLR the next day. Like, I was just, when you wake up after a session sometimes and it just feels like you just need to get the legs ticking over. But I got through it. It's like the normal 21Ks was like, try and keep them to like 4:30 pace, but that was 4:45 because I didn't really have any like push at the end. But that's all right. Like, just gotta get through those ones. And then the Thursday I ran like 5:50 pace. I was still tired. Like,
oh really?
Yeah. But on those ones I just let my body do whatever it wants because then you got the session on Friday.
Yeah.
So yeah. Then we did another Bay Run Club session, 5x5 minutes off 90 seconds.
Lou bias.
Lou bias. I don't really want that to stick.
You should get like sponsored by Vaseline or something.
Dominic. We did, they were good. So that was like 3:20, 14, 12, 11, 07. So I really dropped the hammer on the last one.
Jeez.
But the last one was not controlled. Like, it wasn't controlled, but it was still, just like I do enjoy trying to like run the last one really hard. But it was a good session. I left that session feeling like it was mentally harder than the previous one. I don't know. It just felt like had to keep getting through the reps. And like, I ran with Tim. Do you know Tim Broxer?
Yeah.
As well? Yeah. He really like, when I ran the second one, the third, I was like, this is going to drop back to 3:20. But he was surging and like it kept me moving forward, which was really, because I felt like so tired after the second one.
Yeah.
But then if you have someone there, you just keep turning over and then you realize, oh, okay, I've just run a quicker one.
Yeah.
And then
Has Tim been down in Melbourne or?
Tim? No.
Alright.
No, he lives in just around the bay as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Then he did it again, ran a 3:11 pace, and then we went to town on the last one. So it was good that I was able to like just stay there. But if I didn't have Tim and the guys there, it probably would have been so hard to. The pace would have dropped off if I was just on my own, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we did parkrun the next day. I shouldn't keep going into detail, but I'm going to because it's a sort of funny story. We went, it was Kate's, so Tobias's wife's 100th parkrun.
Oh, wow.
So we went out, we started at 7:15 and the plan was to do a loop and then head back to meet them for the start. But we dawdled in the morning, so then it was meant to be an easy day, but then we had to drop the hammer to get there. So it was like 4-minute pace. It felt so grim after the session.
Yeah.
But we got there and he saved husband duties, which is good. That was good. And then we did 2 hours 15 today with some of the Delta people. Jumped in on Josh Mackwell's 5K pickup. He really did a really good job. Paces were quicker than what were meant to be, and I feel somewhat responsible for that. So apologies, but Josh is really fit at the moment. It's hard to hold back sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably should have been a bit more even on the pacing. But
yeah, it's hard. I feel like sometimes when you're pacing, you're running at like speeds that you never really train at.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of that awkward rhythm.
Yeah.
And you feel like comfortable, but you're still kind of moving in a fast way. And it's easy to get carried away for sure.
Definitely easy to get carried away.
it's probably good training, I reckon, running at those sorts of speeds.
Yeah, I guess some of the critique I got was obviously like I'll recover easier than Josh will,
Yeah.
sort of thing. So there's a coffee machine again. So like sometimes when you're pacing, you got to just like obviously got to be conscious that you're not like the effort's gonna be harder for the person
someone
you're
else.
pacing. So
Yeah.
I guess I'm not the best at the discipline.
Mm.
But yeah, it was good. It was really good. It was a good fun run with the crew. We didn't see you there, Dom, but
Yeah,
bit of a
the
sleeping.
sleeping. Yeah.
All good. And that was a 120k week.
Wow.
So yeah, and then we start the block next week, which we'll go into.
Here we go.
Yeah. Sorry about the That was alright. That was somewhat succinct.
No, that's pretty good.
I
Doing
could-
well, man.
Yeah, thanks.
And I feel like, how are you feeling after that kind of block of training leading into the marathon block?
I'm feeling pretty good because like we've done what it's been like quite a lot of weeks of good training. I feel like I'm not coming into it with like a base building. Like we've been doing sessions.
Yeah.
There's been hiccups obviously, but like I was even talking to Josh like because he's at a place where his fitness seems to be like much like better than his PBs, if that makes sense. Or but you kind of, I feel like I'm at a fitness is a bit more than my PBs at the moment, but you're just in a bit of no man's land because like we've been doing heaps of good training. So I feel like I'm coming into the block in good shape.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling confident, but also there's always when you're in this point, like we're 16 weeks out, like you just want to still nail the block, but don't want to get injured. So it's I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm motivated by running at the moment. I'm
Yeah.
not, it doesn't feel like a slog.
Mm.
Like 120k week felt really quite good and not like too fatiguing, except for obviously Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So yeah, be good.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
keen.
Yeah, it sounds like every week that you're doing your recap, it sounds like you're nailing it. Like every session is like, holy shit, like Smitty's going good.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I think the threshold sessions are good. Like you can tell if you go back, they've been improved. Like we especially the Bay Run threshold, that was like 320 pace,
Yeah.
which I've never been able to do that
Yeah.
before. So it's kind of this balancing act to like just stay motivated,
Yeah.
just keep doing the same thing,
Yeah.
and don't get carried away. I know there's definitely going to be speed bumps, but just try my best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you've found like a good routine for yourself though.
Yeah.
And that's like so important. Like,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this structure seems to be really good.
yeah.
Like the Delta Tuesday, MLR, Friday threshold, good long run.
Yeah.
Seems to be, as long as you can keep like ticking it over and then have the variety to obviously like train with friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think Tobias has really instilled this program because like, well, it's a somewhat standard program, but like this is what he was focused on when he got like super fit.
Yeah, right.
For when he ran like 31:19, he was just ticking off. It wasn't like crazy fancy training. It was just like this over a long period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Awesome. I think it's good having Tobias like coach you as well because he knows like
He's been here.
the Delta community and will make sure that you're kind of keeping that social aspect to it as well.
Yeah.
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 And running with other people like
It
in your
really
sessions.
helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those Fridays are good. They're even similar to like the Tuesdays where we're all getting together, having a bit of a chat before we start, and then it's I don't know, because if you then go out on Friday on your own, it's just like
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot harder.
Definitely.
But anyway, what about you? What's happening?
Yeah. So the last few weeks has been, it was like one good week, like 1 week where I was like, fuck, this is really good training. Some of the best stuff I've ever done. Like feeling fit.
You were G'd up at the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then,
good.
the wedding was like a bit of a speed bump like you're talking about.
Yeah.
And this week just gone, I've just been feeling a bit like, or going backwards, like just not feeling amazing in sessions. And I guess coming off a week where you've been like absolutely killing it, it's like, oh, this sucks. Like, why can't I be like I was last week?
Yeah.
But that's okay. I feel like I've gotten through the week and I'm coming back to where I was. But I was worried going into the wedding, like it was going to take me back like 2 weeks probably to get to the same fitness level. And I feel like it probably has, unfortunately.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. But
What makes you say that?
I just felt like this week I just haven't been moving as well.
Yeah.
But before the wedding, the sessions were 3 by 10 minutes on the Tuesday with turbo.
That's a big session.
And that was on Lock Avenue, so just going up and down
Oh, yep.
for 10 minutes.
Yep.
And I averaged like 330s for each rep, which on the hill I was like, that's really good.
That's great.
Yeah, so I was really stoked with
10
that.
minutes is just up and down.
Just up and down for 10 minutes.
That's a grind.
Yeah, it was really tough, and like, but I just felt like I had the energy to kind of get through the whole 10 minutes, and was like, yeah, running really smooth on the hills, like just feeling great. And then yeah, all of them were like pretty much the same as well. It was like 331 average, 330 average, 330 average.
So consistent.
Yeah. So that was really encouraging. And then the other session was 2 times 8 times 400 of 45 seconds for the 8 400s, and then 3 minutes, and then another 8 400s. 2 by 8 400s.
Okay.
So one set of 8 400s, and then another set of 8 400s.
Yeah.
But
how'd they go?
really good as well. So averaged, I think, like 71 for the whole session, which off
What?
which is really good. But around the track, it's always pretty quick. But still, that's like one of the best sessions I've ever had. And
What's 71 pace again?
I think 72s is 3 minute pace, so would be just a tick under.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And you're feeling like aerobically pretty strong as well?
Yeah, I was feeling awesome in that session as well. And then the next day I got out and did like an hour or 2 hours on the trails as well. But then had the wedding, which, it was like, I kind of went into it thinking I'm not going to run because that's not the focus here.
Yeah.
I don't really want to be worrying about that.
I was going to do 90 on the Saturday morning, and I was like, I better not.
Yeah, and I feel like you're almost, like it's already going to be so taxing energy-wise that maybe running isn't really going to be beneficial.
No, and I didn't want to feel tired.
Yeah, but then at the same point, I kind of like, maybe it would have been good to keep up a little bit of running just to keep the routine and like the mindset and everything. But either way, I don't think it really mattered. But yeah, it was two kind of like big nights, like alcohol. We had a hot tub at our place.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
We didn't want to like let the hot tub go to waste, so I think we ended up having like 3 or 4 hot tub sessions while we were there, like every morning jumping in the hot tub, and then every night.
Well, they talk about like the hot tub's going to disappear.
Yeah,
if you don't use it, it's like anyway.
But I think because of that, we were like a bit dehydrated, and then it was like hot days as well. Like when we were in the hot tub, half the time we weren't even enjoying it. We were just like, ugh.
Oh god, why are we in here? Because it's a hot tub.
And then it was like super hot weekend, so it's probably a bit dehydrated and all that, and average sleep, yada yada. And then this week have kind of struggled a little bit, which I kind of expected.
How'd you feel on? Were you super hungover on Sunday? You seemed alright at brunch.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad actually.
My breakfast was 2 pieces of watermelon.
Yeah.
I was in all sorts.
Yeah. Felt like it was alright. I pulled up okay. It was just more the running stuff has been average.
Right.
Going like straight into work the next day as well. It's like
Monday was
I didn't
slow.
like have any time to recover. It's just straight back into the week.
Yep.
But this week then the sessions for turbo was 5 by 5 minutes off 2 minutes rest. And I went out too quick on that one. The first like 2 reps, because there's like one other guy at Turbo Arel who we've talked about in the past. I always try and like keep up with him, and he was pushing it, and the first one was like 307 or something.
That's a hard first rep.
And I knew like, okay, we've already kind of cooked the session. And then the next one I think was like 310, 315 maybe. And then the last three I was like really struggling, and was.
So you're working like hard?
Yeah, because we started on like the Turbo Triangle. There's like a Charles Dickens statue in Centennial Park. So we started from there. So you're running like uphill for the reps.
So you're running on the grass and stuff as well, or it's
like on the
gravel
dirt trail.
Yep.
So yeah, it was tough. Like it was uphill for most of the rep. And then we did 2.5 minutes out, 2.5 minutes back because everyone runs together.
Yep.
But it was hard work, yeah. And then the last three were 325s, which was just like, I had nothing left in the tank. And
yeah.
It was not a good session.
How grim is the headspace when you're trying to get through the last rep?
Oh, it sucks. It's like, you're just like frustrated.
Because you're like, do I even bother finishing this?
Yeah. Like, you absolutely cooked it. And you can't go any quicker. It's like you're stuck.
Sometimes those are good ones to teach you to just like get through it.
Yeah, settle down.
Just finish your job.
Yeah. But it's hard. Like sometimes you're talking about how it's good to train with other people, but sometimes it's bad. And someone takes out the first rep way too quick and you're going like, I got to beat that guy.
Yeah.
But I think you still get a lot of benefit from doing a session regardless of,
of course,
how well you run. Then the second session for the week on Thursday was 25-minute hilly tempo, which because it was a hilly tempo, like usually I go to the track on a Thursday, but I just did it solo, which is tough.
Whereabouts?
Went back to Lock Avenue.
Did you just go up and down?
Just up and down for 25 minutes. And then, I just felt pretty average in that as well. I think I didn't have any super shoes. I skipped breakfast, and then it was like a busy day at work. I skipped breakfast because I was rushing in the morning, so I was like just rushing all day.
In rush mode.
Yeah. So just didn't feel amazing. But that's all right. Then when I did the 440 on Saturday with Scott, which is really good. It's a good setup at the 440. Like
I got to go one time.
Yeah, it's just like maybe not the most social, but the setup of it, like you get there early. It's a bit kind of unique. Like you're never up that early, and then you go for a swim after, which is like super nice to relax and chill out.
Yep.
And then you go get a coffee and like chill for like an hour, and by the time you're done, it's only like 7:15. And it's like
because 4:40.
Yeah. Well, you start at 5 a.m. But so that was a good start to the day. Good novelty. Can't do it all the time, but I enjoyed that. And then did 4 stair repeats in the afternoon.
Seamaster?
No, just like there's a good little loop I've kind of found that's like similar profile to what UTA will be.
Yep.
So I've just been spending a lot of time on that, and it's good. It's got stairs, bit technical trails, and then just a bit of road as well. I've been doing that like every weekend, and did 4 reps up the stairs because we're starting to taper this week, coming up to the races next week. But I feel like for the race coming up should be okay. Hopefully the taper kind of works and we start coming good again.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
What's the mileage been the last sort of like 3-4 weeks?
It's kind of like 120, 130. There was 1 week at 140. Mm-hmm. And then since the wedding, like the wedding week was only, 90. But didn't run 2 days. And then this week will be like 105 or something.
Okay.
Yeah. And then next week will be, probably 100 odd.
Yep.
Going right.
And talk us through the races you've got coming up.
So the Kunani Mountain Running Festival down in Hobart. I'm doing 3 races over 3 days. So it's kind of a bit exciting. It's like something I've never done before. The first race is a vertical kilometre race.
That's
VK.
right.
They're pretty big in Europe, but not so much in Australia. But it's basically 5 kilometres with 1,000 metres elevation gain. And then the next race is 25 Ks 1,400 meters elevation. You go up and down the mountain, and then the last race is 10k, pretty flat. I think, it's still like 300 meters elevation. Probably something similar, but it's on the trails, but something similar to like Sunrun, I imagine.
How do you prep your legs because you're going to be like back to back?
Yeah, I think recovery is going to be like really
you're going to have
important.
to be like trying to nail recovery.
Yeah. Like,
what's the plan?
I think
sleep.
Yeah, well, it's kind of good. I'm going down there on my own, so I think making sure I get in like plenty of like protein and carbs like immediately after every race.
Yep.
And then just keep off my feet for the whole time.
Yep.
And eat really well. Like probably want to be eating like heaps.
Yeah. Hydrate.
Yeah, hydrating as well. Yeah.
Making sure that's all topped up.
Yeah, 100%.
That's going to be half the event is how well you recover.
Yeah, I reckon
Because like there's not really a way you can pace yourself really because you're going to be racing.
No.
So you're going to be managing the damage basically.
Yeah. I feel like the first race will probably be like, okay, like just give it 100% and then see how you pull up for the next race.
Yeah.
And if I can get through the first 2 days, like the last race, I don't care as much about how I go. But I think those first two are going to be the hardest for sure.
Yeah. This sounds like Chris Gatza. The treble.
Yeah,
the treble's so rough. When did you do the treble?
They had it in Foster one year.
Oh, in Foster, that's right.
Yeah.
Did you win? Yeah.
Yeah,
you won. Yeah.
The treble was not too competitive. Or
no, but you were like, I remember you being so cooked.
Yeah, it's so
it was so crazy.
Getting through that 5k, like you're running so slow and like it's an all-out effort. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was that for Canberra?
I think
that was training for Canberra.
It was like in September, so.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
I can't remember, but I remember being there.
Yeah.
Because I did the trip up with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was good fun. Yeah.
Did I race? No. I don't remember.
I think
I would have done something, maybe.
Yeah, surely.
Anyway.
But
yeah, so that's exciting, those races.
Yeah, and I think it'll be good prep for UTA as well. So,
do you know anyone doing it?
Not really. I think because it's in Hobart, like most people probably can't be bothered to make the effort from Sydney.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's a few people from like Melbourne or Tasmania.
I know you've told me, but I forgot. Why did you choose that one? Like how'd you come about it?
There's like a thing called the Golden Trail Series.
Yeah.
Which for the 25k, there's like 4 races in the series, and whoever wins the series gets to go onto the Golden Trail like World Tour.
Okay.
Which is basically like you're a pro athlete.
Yep.
So that was like a bit of incentive to do the race, and then the VK as well. Whoever wins the VK gets to represent Australia at the World Championship, which would be pretty cool too. So they were both kind of like little incentives. And then...
But it's something different as well.
Yeah, something different, and good prep for UTA was like the main reason.
Yep, true.
But I guess that'll attract like good fields, so it'll be a proper sort of fitness test.
Yeah. That'll be good.
Yeah.
The vert sounds scary.
Oh yeah, it's terrifying. I think it'll be very different as well. Like the terrain looks really tricky, like kind of like scrambling rocks
technical
and stuff like that.
I get scared of the word technical.
Yeah, like stuff I haven't really done heaps of. So
you'll learn quickly.
Yeah, that'll be good practice too. And I think all in all, it'll be good workout for UTA.
Oh, massively.
Yeah.
And then UTA is the early same day as Sydney.
Hocker.
Oh, Hocker. So 5th.
No. Same day as
Sydney 10?
18th.
Okay, 18th. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so you've turned the corner after a small little blip.
Yeah.
I don't reckon...
Feeling all right.
It's hard because when you get in that headspace or like you... Because when sessions like feel hard, like, and mentally you're just like...
I just had 2 bad sessions.
It's not great.
Yeah, but I'm sure like... So surely like one like average week.
Fitness wise, it's not going to change you.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just mentally if you pace to slow down or something, you start telling yourself that
it's like, oh, I'm not fit anymore.
Yeah. I remember before the New South Wales half, after City Surf, did the hamstring. then like I had a few down weeks and I just didn't feel the same.
Yeah.
And I was like, is my fitness, could it have gone that down that much, or am I just like mentally,
Yeah.
it's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell. And I felt like I was just going through this real like good purple patch where all the sessions were just like feeling amazing and
Yeah.
running was just feeling awesome.
How good is it?
Yeah. And now
And
I've
then
like
it turns
sort of
around, you're like,
come off it and I'm like, oh shit.
but that's what I've actually know. That's what I felt like on Wednesday. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, this is it. It's all been great. It's all been great. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. You just got to one day at a time.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like
Dr. Daniels told us that. Focus on the task at hand or something.
True. Yeah. That's all
good.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, so how are you feeling coming into the block? Because it's different for you because you got UTA. I've kind of tunnel vision on Goldie
Yeah.
to a certain degree, but you got UTA to focus on. So
Yeah, and looking at it, it's gonna be tricky. So we've got like, I think UTA is like a big focus, and then
Yep.
Gold Coast is also a big focus. But the problem is UTA is 9 weeks, which is fine. Like I can just put together a good block for that.
yep,
But then there's only 7 weeks till the Gold Coast. So it's like if you have 2 weeks to recover from UTA and then 2 weeks to taper, you're only left with like 3 weeks to actually get some work in.
taper
and-
might be a bit shorter.
Yeah, and I guess if you've been recovering from UTA, then you need to kind of get back into fitness as well, which
So-
is going to take a couple of weeks. So
Do you remember how long it took you to recover from UTA previously?
probably about
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't think you can really
It's a hard race.
push it any tighter than that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I guess if I can just kind of keep jogging and moving throughout that recovery,
Yep.
then I think strength is going to be so important. Like I need
Yes.
to make sure I'm doing weights and stairs and really specifically preparing for the trails to make sure that it doesn't take as much of a toll as it could.
Yes.
Um,
You have to go see your friend at Fitness First again.
Nah, not so much.
Strength's not going to be that much of a factor.
There's a couple of dumbbells at home. I'll make sure I'm
Is there
picking them up.
kettlebells? Shit, I can't lift this.
So yeah, that's how the block's going to kind of go though. It's like 9 weeks focus on UTA and then 7 weeks to train for the Gold Coast. But
Yep.
it's going to be tricky.
It's going to be tricky. But you
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, it's an unconventional.
Very unconventional.
But you're
And-
ticking off some cool. You're ticking off UTA,
Yeah.
which is an A race,
Yeah.
and you're ticking off Goldie. And
Which is also, I want it to be an A race.
Yeah, but I think you.
I think I'll run well.
I think you
like,
can do it.
7 weeks is surely like enough time to
Yeah.
to get in good shape. It might not be the best shape that I could have been in, but I think it'll still be like 90%,
Yeah, if not more.
which hopefully is
I'll do
enough. Yeah. Let's go.
Oh no, let's try run 2:31.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in the goal section.
Yeah.
We'll argue about that in the goal section.
But yeah, I feel like the block we've just had has been more. It's kind of been a weird kind of training sort of phase because it's been touching on like a bit of everything, like a bit of speed, but then still doing like longer stuff and like just.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm generally like pretty fit, and I feel like if I wasn't specifically training for anything, this is just how I'd want to train
Yep,
all day long. Like,
Yep.
yeah, it's,
that's how I feel as well.
yeah, and I've kind of enjoyed it. It's been good to be like just ticking all the boxes.
Yeah.
And you don't get too bored of doing like a certain thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think we've kept it in that range of not like too much load, and there's been enough variety for me at least in, because like we did some of the Tarawera long runs,
Yeah.
and we did like a bunch of different things, and Tuesday's always good.
Yeah. Like you've done marathon kind of stuff, like big long runs. Then
Yep.
you've also done like 5K stuff, like real sharp stuff.
Yes,
And then you've done like the half marathon 10K sessions as well. So you just,
good mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't touched on that like raw. I mean, we've done VO2 max sessions like 1K reps and stuff, 800s.
yeah.
Nothing raw speed wise, but I feel like I don't know how much I mean, it would help, but like
I think if you were targeting the 5K, sure
5K,
you'd do it.
yeah. But it's been good. Like it's feel much better than I mean, it feels like you really just got to focus on the next 16 weeks because like I don't think I need to like build crazy, like go crazy next level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think the sessions will change. They're going to get a lot longer and
yes, they'll still get more marathon specific.
Yeah. And when you do that for a whole marathon block, you get pretty over it. Same as like if you did like a 10K block or a 5K block, you get over like all the just intensity.
Yes.
Whereas I feel like we've had a good balance and it's been super enjoyable.
Yeah, it's been so good. So in like 4 weeks, we'll just come back here and just start complaining about how we're tired and, and like, oh, this is, anyway. All right. What do you reckon?
I guess, like your block, anything different you're doing?
For this one, we're doing, so I've been given the program. So it's, like we said at the beginning, 16 weeks. Tobias wrote the program. So it's actually pretty similar to what we've been doing realistically.
Right.
But we're beefing up, obviously, the Sundays. So every second Sunday will be like a marathon specific session. And the other Sunday will be just easy or like steady, time on feet sort of thing. Okay. So it'll vary that way. Tuesdays will always still be the Delta session. So go hard on those and maybe add 10 minute tempo if the session's a little bit light. But recently they've been pretty heavy. Like,
right. It seems like everyone's kind of coming into marathon season as well. So,
yes. So it'll change. And I think coach, like Jerome and the Delta committee will like gear, because everyone's doing Gold Coast. Yeah. Not everyone, but like a lot of people doing Gold Coast. So it'll start to get, but even like marathon, there's not much marathon specific Delta sessions we do. We keep it like, tends to be like threshold. And then just add a little bit on the end if you would like. And it seems to be just a good formula. But same sort of structure. It's been pretty like, it's not like Tobias has got like done the smart approach with the long runs, not beefing them up too much to start off with. Like the easy ones are 2 hours. So they're not over 2 hours, but they'll be steady. So it's not, you'll still get to like, I don't know what 2 hours is at a steady pace. Like 27 to 30 Ks. So something around there sort of thing. But then as they progress through the block, they start to get more like 2 hours 15 and then 2 hours 30. Yeah. So it's just, but then we add like doubles and just the overall mileage will go up. Yeah. So more of the same, but we'll touch on a few different sessions. But what about you in terms of rationale? Because you're just started getting coached. Yeah. So I
think the general structure is kind of like similar to what we're doing. Like it's a session Tuesday, a session Thursday, and then a long run Sunday. But I think in the past for UTA, the weekends have been like double long run days. Yep. And it's like maybe 1.5, 2 hours on a Saturday. Yep. And then like 3 to 4 hours on a Sunday.
How do you go with the double long run days?
You need like Monday to be like off or a really easy day.
Sure. Yep.
And you kind of need to like work into it as well. Make sure you're like fueling all of that stuff so you can recover from it. Yep. But I'm pretty sure that's the way it's going to go. Because I guess the 100K is basically time on feet. Like how good can you just maintain it? Because it's going to take like 10 hours. So it's a bit different to a marathon or to any other race because the pace doesn't matter that much. It's just about...
I was going to say, so like obviously we're doing Marapace stuff. Yeah. So those long runs are like just steady? Like are you using...
Yeah, it's in the past they've been, just steady.
Time on feet.
But I guess because we're doing a marathon, maybe we'll have to throw in a couple of marathon sessions or things like that. Yep. I guess we'll probably have to keep some sessions through the week, which hopefully that's enough. But it's going to be a tricky one for Mick. I'm kind of glad like I've got a coach because yeah, it's kind of hard to navigate with.
Have you talked to about like the plan is UTA and then?
Yeah. She knows that's the plan.
Yeah.
But I guess the focus has just been on Kunanyi for now.
Yeah.
And we've kept like a decent long run, like it's been 2 hours, 2.5 hours on the trails. But yeah, I don't know how this next sort of period is going to go.
Be interesting.
Yeah.
So when do you get the training? Like, how often do you get training?
She just writes it like 2 weeks at a time.
2 weeks at a time. Okay.
Yeah, which I guess is kind of just like see how I'm going.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah, but it'd be good to get a bit of an idea of what the approach is, so I'm ready to move to that and target whatever that focus is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure it'll be all right. I think the focus after like the focus now is on Kunanyi. The next focus will be on UTA, with probably, I guess this block we've had like longer long runs. The next blocks there'll probably be like one or two, probably one marathon session ish a week, which will just sort of keep that in touch for when we do move over, I guess.
Marathon.
I'm imagining that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, marathon pace work is interesting because you're not really targeting like anything. You're sort of just getting used to what that feels like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you got to kind of like go the distance with it. Like you can run marathon pace now, but can you run it for, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours? Like how long can you do it for? Which is, I guess, what you're trying to build upon.
Yes.
Usually, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's the approach.
Yeah. It'd be good.
Yeah.
Just sounds like yours will be, I mean, I've got full 16 weeks here, but that'll be subject to change. Like as I just, if I can do like 90% of it, I reckon I'll be good. But obviously the biggest challenge is like, there's life in the middle of that.
Yeah, exactly.
What do we say? We don't let life get in the way of training. That's the tendency, is to just like be just training. That's all. We just tick this off. Everything else, yeah. Do you want to know some of the sessions?
Yeah, just a couple of sessions.
Yeah. What you got a structure there? You want to go into something else?
I don't have any sessions. Oh, I guess the next one's the challenges, but maybe talk about the sessions before that.
Yeah, because I can because they're pretty similar. I'll just go through the plan. So, Tuesdays are just always Delta. So I'll just go through like Friday. So big on like the Bay run tempo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like a hard threshold effort. So that'll be the first one this week, and then next week we're back to like 8x1k threshold at Gore Hill. Right. So those are the ones off 60 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that'll be a big focus, like building those up, because I feel like that sort of got me fit for leading up to City Surf. That was the taper session, 8x1k. Nothing crazy before City Surf anyway.
Yeah.
And then first marathon session's like 4x3k, so ease into it. Ease into it. 4x3k at Mara pace. That's not wild.
Yeah, true. I guess it just sounds a bit daunting. Like, yeah,
because it's not like 4x5k or something. Yeah. Then 4x7 minutes the following Friday at threshold. Another Bay tempo. So it's just kind of building on
that sort of structure. Like 4 weeks or so, 3 weeks.
Yep. And then we do 10x1k threshold.
Yep.
So that's 5 weeks in, and then that's when the long runs start to kick up to like 2 hours 15. Actually, the week before is like, then we do like a 16k at Mara pace, which will be interesting because that'll be the first stretch I do at Mara pace.
Yeah. To
see, because like, although like I'm getting fit, 3:33s are still
so fast. Yeah.
Like,
that's what I really struggled with for Berlin. I was like focusing on that too much, and I felt like in those marathon workouts, I was almost like overextending, and like I think 3:30 or 3:33 was like, it wasn't marathon pace for me, and I would have been better off maybe just accepting, okay, marathon pace is actually 3:40 or 3:45 and running to that, rather than I felt like I was just pushing it a bit too much, and then I didn't get through sessions, or like I didn't complete them the way I wanted to. and that was just like a little bit disheartening.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
It's hard when you're not where you want to run the marathon at that sort of pace, but in sessions, if it starts to feel really hard, then you can just get a bit hard on yourself, which is annoying because you got training load as well.
yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Then next big marathon session is 8K, 6K, 4K, 2K with a 1K float in between. That's beefy.
Yeah, very
32K is total. So yeah, I wouldn't say this is conservative. Like, it's solid.
It's pretty solid.
Solid, yeah.
Do you know what the mileage would roughly be? Or?
Yeah, so mileage goes from week 1 to week 2 is like 110 to 115.
Yep.
Then week 3 to week 3 is still 115. These are sort of estimates because it's based on time on feet.
Yeah.
But it should be about 115. Then week 5 goes up to about 125. We keep that through all the way to week 7. Then it starts week 8, so that's early May, starts kicking up to about 130, 135, and we sort of hold there for till end of May, into June, and then so it's like held at 135 in that sort of peak 6 weeks. And the way we're going to achieve that is by doing doubles. So the doubles kick in week 5 in. So the doubles will be like 30-minute doubles on session days. So Tuesday, Friday.
Yeah.
I struggle with doubles because I feel like,
right?
I know. It's just a time thing.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time.
And it's like, I always feel like shit. So I have to figure something out from a nutrition point of view.
But 30 minutes is okay.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You can get through 30 minutes, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so races, Sydney 10. I reckon I really want to, because we're not really going to taper too much. So, but Sydney 10 will do a bit of a, like if I do a half, which I'm still yet to figure out what to do at this stage.
You're talking about maybe Lonnie or?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to scope it out.
Yeah, okay.
That could be good though.
Yeah. When's that? Around?
That's like first week of June.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And with Chiefs Challenge?
With the Chiefs Challenge? When's with
the 5K Challenge?
Yeah.
It's in June. You can run as many 5Ks as you want.
That's all of June?
All of June. But I reckon maybe the last week of June we'll put on an event as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. On the track.
We won't give it away yet. We won't give all the information away. We'll start hyping it now?
Yeah, start hyping it. We'll probably launch, I reckon this week we'll set up a Facebook
group? Yeah, okay. That'd be good.
But if you want to get into the Chiefs Challenge, just shoot us a message.
Yep. Instagram. And just tell your friends to follow with the Chiefs as well, because we need more followers.
It's a pretty big one this year, actually. It'll be the fifth year of With the Chiefs Challenge.
Yeah, right. Nice.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't always been with the Chiefs Challenge, but the 5K Challenge.
Yeah.
So it's handicap challenge. You'll get a seed time based on your PB or how you've been running the last kind of year. Me and Smitty will have a debate over what time gets given to each person.
We sure will. Yeah. There's always a lot of controversy.
It can be sometimes a little controversial, but I think we've got it pretty well right. Like every year, I feel like the person who won deserved to win.
Yeah.
But so far the previous winners we've had Nick Xenos, who trained the house down to win the first year.
Yep.
Then it was, I think, Amelia Maguire who.
What was the controversy there?
Well, I think she came into it like with not much running experience, and then
you misseeded her.
Or maybe, but I think like it's still very deserving of a win. Like if someone who's not running much comes in and has a go at it, they've got so much potential.
Yeah. That sounded very political. Like you just went like the defense mode. Like, well, yeah, potentially. However,
I think she ran like 5 minutes under her seed time or something.
Yeah.
Which
so that sounds like misseeding.
Well, not really though, because like I like that. Like someone who's having a crack, they deserve to win. Like, good on them.
Yeah, 100%.
So
yeah.
well,
Yeah. Dig your heels in, Dom.
And the third year was Spencer Baker.
Yep.
Who again, like, just absolutely
Killed
blitzed
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really good year, actually. Everyone ran like PBs, and it was really competitive because I think he only went under by like maybe 2 minutes. And so many people ran PBs. It was awesome. And then last year was Scott McEwen.
Yep.
Who again, like, just got into running and
Killed it.
smashed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always an awesome time. It's a good time to celebrate some people who have been putting the work in and proved everyone wrong.
Yep. They're going to get Connor Kelly to do it this time, and you'll give him a seed time of like 60 minutes.
No, I'd love to see it though. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe not 60 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to it with the Chiefs Challenge. Anyways, back to the Gold Coast block.
Yeah. What was I doing? You were talking mileage. I'll give a few more sessions.
Well, I guess challenges, like,
yeah.
is there anything that you're looking out for?
Challenges are pretty much lifestyle. So, like, drinking.
It's a tough period. Like, everyone's turning 30.
Weddings. I got
wedding season.
I don't have any weddings before Gold Coast.
Yeah.
So, but like, just events and birthdays and like, not that that's any, just keeping a lid on.
It's funny. It's such a boring lifestyle being a runner, but I love it though.
Yeah, I know, I love it, but it's like if you want to talk challenge, it's like just have a few drinks, go to bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking to myself. I'm like, right, Luke, just have a few, like, have some mid strengths or midi.
Yeah.
I'm starting to have middies now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I might try and go sober for like 10 weeks or something.
Really? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I can't believe I did it for a year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And now I'm back all in. I feel like I've been better at, besides the Bucks, besides the wedding, those like big events like I blow out, but I feel like I've done less like
just random
stupid midweek drinking and like
Yeah.
Saturday drinking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But normally that's because like looking forward to doing Sunday, looking forward to doing the long run, looking for like Thursday, looking forward to doing the Friday session and stuff. So it's always keeping me accountable sort of thing. So I think a big challenge would be just keep the same momentum, and I don't know, sleep's probably hasn't been the best.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
Yeah, like I've probably been getting, I don't know, I've been just going to bed a bit later. But
It slowly like creeps in and you're like, oh shit, I'm watching YouTube at till 11 a.m. every night, 11 p.m. every night.
Yeah, that's more of a you problem. No, but it's, if once you're on the phone, yeah, it can creep up on you, right?
It does, yeah.
Yeah. Challenges. Yeah, that's one of my challenges. What about you, Dom?
Yeah, if a lot going on, just like, I guess that same kind of like outside sort of factors.
Life getting in the way.
Yeah, so getting married this year, like there's the wedding prep.
Yep.
We started learning the first dance.
Really?
Or we had the first like kind of
What's the song?
practice.
Do you know? Or you can't announce it yet?
No, we'll just keep it on.
Yeah,
the
keep it
mate.
there. Don't announce it. Yeah.
But
Sorry, stupid question.
I'm really bad dancer.
Oh, you're terrific skateboarder, so I thought it would translate.
So yeah, we've done like 40 seconds, like kind of like rough sort of mapped out.
Yeah.
Which I think that's about 20% of the dance, which is not bad. But there's like 3 or 4 like lifts and dips and stuff like that.
Lifts.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Beck's like really good dancer, so she kind of like wants to show it off a bit.
Oh, you got to train. This has got to be part of the training block.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to like
Step it up.
I've got to do like a bit more
Step it up.
upper body strength stuff, and like I think I actually
You
have
can
to
do it. You'll nail it.
put in some proper sort of fitness for it.
Lifts.
Yeah. But like to make it look good, we might have to, I don't know, there'll probably come a certain point in the wedding build up, I guess, where we're like, or are we looking okay now, or what's going on with this?
Yep.
But yeah, I think I'm going to have to get dance lessons probably.
Nice. That'd be cool.
Yeah, well, it's funny. Like Becca's just like
Freak dancer.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, she just looks so smooth and like looks great. And then
Makes it look easy, right?
yeah, we
And
recorded
then you're like,
we recorded the first part of it, and I'm like half a beat off like the whole time.
really? Can you give us a bit of a like?
Well, I like fall behind, and then I'm like rushing because like I know there's like a dip coming up, and I like get there like about 2 beats before she's actually about to do it. And then, same with the lift. I'm like waiting, like
Are you shaking?
take it out. Oh, my face is like like you're meant to be like smiling, having fun.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm freaking out.
you're like yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot to work on there.
Mate, forget the training block.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So that's going to be a big challenge. And then yeah, trying to like buy a house at the moment as well is it's hard. It just takes a lot of time. Like looking at houses every Saturday and reading strata reports and I don't know, dealing with real estate agents.
Tell us about dealing with real estate agents.
Oh, they're just non-stop. Like yeah, I don't know. I guess like that's
I would
their
have been
job,
a good real
but-
estate agent.
yeah. But I don't know.
It's
yeah,
full on.
It is
It's
full
like
on.
hitting you up, like text message. What do you reckon? Yeah.
Or just like in your ear, like, oh, it's going to sell today. Like we need an offer, and it's like, no, mate, it's not.
Yeah. Tell some advice about real estate agents. He'll have a lecture with you. Yeah, it's a lot though, because they're just like, boom,
Well,
boom,
that's
boom,
their
boom,
job.
boom.
They want to get the sale done.
They want to get
But
it done. Yeah.
I don't want to get the sale done. I want to
work
have
in
a
my
good
best
deal.
interest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just all that as well is going on is a lot.
That's a lot, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got lifestyle factors to the maximum.
Yeah, just all of that. It's a busy time right now. And then work as well, like, is always I don't know, a bit of stress there. But yeah, no, it should be good.
Full on. We got that's a full life, Dom.
It is full life.
You're grabbing life by the.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of that kind of like, I don't know, we're turning 30 and it's like, oh shit, like
No, we're not.
that, I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, well, you're May.
Existential sort of,
Yeah, well, okay.
Fuck, what
How
am
do
I
you
doing?
feel about turning 30?
I don't know, I feel like this year it's just like shit, like it's all happening. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're not getting any younger.
No, we're not.
And I think this whole like marathon sub 230 thing is a bit of that as well, to be honest.
Sub 230. We're
Like-
turn 30.
Yeah. But it's good.
It's good. Pressure.
And, yeah. I think that
Pressure.
it's good fun though. Like I'm kind of glad that it's a bit of kick up the arse to get out there and
Get out there. Yeah.
live your life.
Yeah, live your life. Live your life. You're basically geriatric at 30.
No, I don't know. It's weird. I think everyone's kind of going through it at the same time as well.
We
but,
all are. Yeah.
Yeah. No one really talks about it too much.
But it's funny because you tell yourself, you're like, but I'm still young, I'm 30, I'm still young, but you
Uh-huh.
feel like not. You feel like, shit, I'm getting older.
Yeah, but nothing's changed.
No, nothing's changed, but
Yeah.
still your mind's like,
It's like just
Getting old,
you're
bro.
30. Yeah.
getting old.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's an interesting year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess gear choices for the block.
Gear choices. Yeah.
Changing gears.
Changing. That was a zinger, Dom. That was a zinger. Changing gears. What about the gear? Don't get on the gear.
No, talk to me shoes. What are we?
Shoes, the weapons of choice.
Yeah.
Now, don't talk to me about shoes because I've been going looking at shoe reviews and be like, oh, I want to try this, I want to try that, but then I always just go back to like the Nova Blast and the Super Blast are so good. Why would I try any other shoes?
Nah,
like
it's a great point.
Super Blast, I've been nailing like Gore Hill sessions in them, and they got 600 Ks in them.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, these are great, but then now you can't find stock. Or you go to ASIC's website or some websites like, oh, look, they're on special. Oh, size 3, thanks. But shoes, I reckon, probably stay the same. Like Nova Blasts are really good for easy days, but you can also pick up in them as well. Like they feel really responsive. They feel good for me, anywhere up to 800 Ks sort of thing. Probably 600 will be a good cap off. But then Super Blast for some long runs. But also like in the Marapace stuff, probably want to get in the carbon plated shoes.
Yeah.
I really want to get my hands on some Alpha Flies. Alpha Fly 3s. I was at Pitt Street
Oh yeah.
and George Street. when they said they were going to get the stock and they didn't have stock. It's
shit.
like they're building this hype, but it's like, can you just sell the shoes?
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
Because it's been, how long's it been since they're released?
I know, yeah. It seems like they released in like January.
Yeah, it's funny. I saw Isaac and G at Pitt Street. I saw Isaac going down the escalator. I was like, I know what he's doing. I was like chasing up, but then I was like, he's like 6'5". We're not the same size. All good. Yeah. So Nova Blast, Super Blast, Alpha Fly for the marathon,
race.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I want to try them, and if they don't feel good, but I like the Alpha 2s. Not as much as I like the Alpha 1s, but Vaporfly 3s are really good as well. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to try the Alpha 3s. I'm figuring out if I have enough, like, if you can get your hands on them and do all the training, like the Marapace stuff in the race shoe, and then get a fresh pair. But obviously it's expensive. Yeah. Because you've got to spend over $600 on shoes.
Yeah. Otherwise it's like a bit of a risk though, like.
Yeah. But you could probably get them, do 2 Marapace sessions. Or like
I'm sure
warm up in Nova Blast and put them on.
Yeah.
And then racing them.
I think a good pair of socks is underrated.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone blames the shoes, but like if you got some nice socks on, you can wear anything.
Yeah, I actually got blisters with Alpha 2s when I first wore them.
What socks were you wearing?
Yeah, I was wearing this is not a dig to the Stygian. Is that how you say? Because like they're great socks. I've been wearing them forever. Yeah. Since I got a pair. Remember when they were like blister proof at Melbourne? Yeah. It was blister proof, and I was like, I need blister proof socks. They're not blister proof, but they're fantastic. Yeah, but they kept getting holes in them now.
Well, that's it. Like if you have got a pair of socks that you've worn for a long time, like obviously.
I feel like there was I don't know. Yeah, maybe. But that's just my big toe is like massive, and but I love those socks. But then I wore the 2XU, like some 2XU socks, and they felt like they didn't give me blisters. I wear those socks specifically with Alpha Flies, and they're good. So I probably should just get more of those. Like,
that's it. Yeah, fresh pair of those.
Yeah. And then, but if I was to try new shoes, Endorphin Speed 4s maybe.
Well, yeah.
But Super Blast is so good.
Yeah, true.
It's a risk. Because you're spending $300 and it's like, what if I don't like them?
I know, yeah.
And then you're like, could have bought Super Blast.
Yeah.
Or I was interested in some of the on-running shoes. They look cool.
Oh, yeah.
But again, it's just like looking on YouTube and seeing them. I'll probably just stick to the formula. Yeah. And I'll obviously update people if... You'll see. And then those vapor, like some of the old super shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Last a while.
They do,
So you just run your MLRs on, like, what are the Vapor 2s? Yeah. I wore them today. Like, they've got 500Ks in them and they felt fine.
Good shoe, yeah.
And then...
I think that was a real problem with some of the earlier ones. Like, the super shoes just wouldn't last very long.
Yep.
But, they'd probably lose their pop a bit, but at least the shoe's kind of holding together a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you look on the sole, it's like, it's pretty grim. Like, it's got a chunk out of it. Yeah. Yeah. What about you? What are the weapons of choice?
Well, at the moment, I've fell into a bit of a trap. You know me and buying things, like, I'm always looking for a deal.
Oh no, what have you done?
So I went and got these New Balance Vongos. They were...
That name is... Sorry, New Balance, if you ever want to sponsor us, we'll still accept it. But.
But I think they were like $110. And I was like... I was looking at shoes and I'm like, I can't go past this. Like...
What do you mean?
Yeah, like it looks all right. Like surely it's good enough.
It wasn't, was it?
And yeah, they've just been like really like hard and they give you nothing. Like...
They were $110.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like... I had a pair of like the original Vongos and I really liked them.
Oh, okay.
But now it's like version 4, so it's been a long time since I wore them last, and obviously shoe technology's come a long way. And
so you thought like...
I thought,
you're right.
This is a safe enough bet.
But you obviously know where the least amount of their resources went. It's to the Vongo.
Well, no one's really talking about the Vongo either.
No, for obvious reasons.
But... yeah, not a good shoe, which is rare. Like usually most shoes are okay.
Are they like, do you remember did you ever run in Pegasus?
Like the really, really early models.
Yeah, because
Like-
they felt,
I think Pegasus 34.
they just felt,
33. Yeah.
they just felt like flat for me.
yeah.
That's probably, but I used to like them, and then for some reason, maybe because all these other shoes came out,
Yeah.
and I just,
I think shoe technology's gotten really good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
yeah.
The Nova Blast is
Nova's so
great.
good.
Yeah.
Fours are so good.
And it's like
Yeah.
a lot of shoes like that where like the foam is like just
Really
nice.
good.
Yeah.
What's a similar to Nova Fours?
I think New Balance do have like a nicer shoe.
They got the Rebel, like the new Rebel.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And then I think most companies like Saucony's the Speed and then I
Speed or
think
the Triumph,
the Triumph, yeah.
which is like,
And then there's like the Ride.
right, I haven't heard of that one.
I think all of them are not bad. Like,
Yeah.
You can't go too wrong unless you're getting a Vongo, really.
I mean, it's in the name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Vongo. Like even the marketing, like,
I think it's got potential, the name. Like, I like that.
really?
Yeah, Vongo. It's a bit out there. Like,
Bongo Bongo. You know what? I won't bash the Bongo until I'm certainly not going to buy them. But
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe it was just a one-off, though. Like,
That's
maybe
right.
the next Vongo will be amazing.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah, we'll hope so. Maybe they listen to this feedback and go, "Jeez,
Yeah.
jeez." But wouldn't I thought the strategy would be to like find an old pair of like Nova Blast 3s on special.
Yeah. That would have been the way to do it. But I've had these for a while now, so it's almost time for a new pair anyways.
Yeah,
So I
you're gonna
reckon...
get- maybe the Vongos will be $50.
Yeah, I think I got this one in like November, but I've been avoiding it. But yeah, so my easy like recovery runs I've been doing in an old pair of Endorphin Pro 3s actually, which I've actually loved. Like,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
like the shoe, it's not too aggressive like the drop on it compared to like a Vaporfly or other super shoes.
Yep.
So it feels like you can jog around in it, and I didn't love it as like a super shoe, like performance wise, but it's fantastic for jogging around in. Like,
Really? That's cool.
it's just so soft on my legs and everything, but it's a very expensive jogging around shoe. But,
Yeah. But how many Ks did you have in those? You probably had heaps.
well, not that many. I did UTA in them though.
Yep.
So after that, they were pretty much trash. Like had a few holes in them and things like that.
Yep.
And I never really worn them, but they were still like the foam's good in them. So they're really like the perfect jogging around shoe. And I've been loving it. Like, yeah, they're getting me out the door a lot of days. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That spiel just sounded like a best ad. So
Yeah.
smile at the camera.
Saucony, yeah, if
Saucony,
you're out there.
hit us up.
So yeah, I use those on all my like easy recovery days, and then I'm using the Vongos on the other days.
Sorry, that name cracks me up.
Then on the trails, I've got the Saucony Endorphin Edge,
I thought you had Super Blast for that.
which is really good. I feel like all trail shoes are pretty good, to be honest. I had like the Catamounts, Brooks Catamount previously. That was great as well. Like both of those trail shoes, they fit my foot really well, and they're pretty comfy.
What's like the premium trail shoe? Like the Vaporfly? Or actually, people would not like the I don't know the one that's most popular or
Salomon's pretty popular, but
Yep.
it's pretty open. Like they're all making good shoes. Like
yeah, okay.
I feel like no one's like above and beyond. Like I felt like Nike with their super shoes, they got in their first mover advantage
With the 4%.
With the 4%,
And they're like, whoa.
and everyone knows, okay, that shoe works. Like I'm going to stick with that.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't know, what, 4 or 5 years on, and they've still got everyone just going to them because they know, okay, Vaporfly,
Yeah, so they were the
Alpha
first
Fly.
adopters.
Yeah, that works for me. I'm just going to go with that.
To be fair, that's exactly what I do.
Exactly. There
I
you go.
haven't tried any other super shoes.
Yeah, just because there's a bit of a risk. Like you don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's like trying an Android.
yeah, exactly.
It's like-
it seems good. But
seems good.
Like I don't know. Yeah.
But people like, I even was talking to some people today about like the Saucony, what's the Elites, is it?
yeah, it's
Like
kind of
like they look great and everyone raves about it, but it's like,
Yeah.
do I spend $400 and risk this not feeling like an Alphafly?
Yeah. Yeah. So in the trail world though, there's no shoe like that.
They should do.
They're all pretty much the same.
Shoe shops should do have a trial pair.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Pace. You guys are killing it at the moment. My favorite running store. You should do a trial thing.
There probably is like
There probably is something like that, right?
little pop-ups where shoes go around and
You could have like, if you have trial shoes, you go out for a jog and see what they feel like. Well, that'd probably be a lot of hassle to run something like that.
But I feel like maybe I'll do that though for this block. Like make sure I get a super shoe that actually works and is best for me.
Yep. So okay, yeah, Easy Shoe is an old pair of Endorphins, which is, I like that if it's good for.
Oh yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah,
keeps you running in aerobic, like without slowing down too much as well.
Yeah, and then Session Shoe is an old pair of Alpha Flies.
Alpha Ones?
Yeah, Alpha Ones.
Which how many Ks are in those?
Not that many. Like I've done a couple of races in them, but then
okay.
I didn't love the way they felt. Like they're just a bit kind of clunky, and they're good for doing like big long efforts.
Yep.
But they're not good for tight corners or running on like a trail.
True.
Or stuff like that, which I do quite a bit of. Or even like on the track when you're trying to run faster. Like they're just kind of a bit limited.
They don't feel great on track.
Yeah, they're a bit limited just to those longer efforts, and that's it. But I'm just making do with those, and I'm using them for all the short stuff and trails and everything anyways.
I love my No, I love my Alpha Ones for the marathon block, like doing those bigger marathon sessions and stuff like that.
Oh, they're great
outside
for that.
of that, like
they're
you said,
limited, yeah.
But
no, they're good. They keep your legs fresh and they're pretty quick, so good enough. But yeah, that's what I'm rocking with at the moment.
So, sure, you're going to do a refresh, yeah?
Yeah, probably need to get what the old Alphas need to go at some point, same as the Endorphin Pro. Don't know how long that's going to work. And the Vongos. It's pretty much all my shoes I need. And
this has been the best shoe segment ever. You've given me so much ammunition with the Vongos. It's funny, before I said Vongo and you like just ignored it, like I didn't say anything.
But yeah, that's what's in my quiver at the moment.
What about the New Balance new super shoe? I see a lot of people, saw Big Nick wearing them. Tobias got a pair.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people got a pair of those.
Yeah. No, they're doing some good things.
Yeah.
Outside of the Vongo.
Outside of the Vongo, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to bring them back up.
Yeah. No,
but what is that one?
I don't know.
Okay.
So the Rebel, and then is there like a Rebel?
The Rebel.
Pro
Oh my
or
god,
something?
Chris Gadd loves the Rebel.
Yeah,
that's all he runs in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's the older Rebel. Then there's a new Rebel.
Oh right.
Yeah. Must be.
So what's your risk when they have like a new model? Like,
Yep.
Just keep it the same, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
That was like when they the Pegasus Turbo.
Yeah.
Why don't I why do I not just keep making that shoe?
Yeah.
Like the Turbo 1, I loved, cause that was like the Super Blast actually for me. It just felt, I don't know. It felt like, because they had the Zoom X foam, but not too much of it. I used to love doing my long runs in them. And they felt like super light. Then I want that shoe back. Apparently people at Pace get asked all the time, like, can you get the Turbo or something?
Even still.
Yeah,
Yeah. A great shoe though.
great shoe.
Any other gear that you kind of like?
Garmin. Still, since I got this at Rebel 5 years ago.
Still going
4
strong.
years ago, I think maybe. Still going strong. The annoying thing is it's not syncing with my phone straight away. I've got to try and do a faulty or something, but there's whispers that for my 30th, some people want to chip in and get a watch.
Yeah, right.
But I kind of I was doing a bit of research on the new ones, but I kind of like the no touchscreen.
Yeah,
And,
I've
the
got a
buttons.
touchscreen, but I never use it.
So let's
use the buttons the whole time.
Is this touchscreen?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I kind of like the fact there is no touchscreen.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Yeah, but I mean Garmin, I love the
It's
Garmin
fun.
watches.
Yeah, Garmin's great.
Yeah.
Watches are a bit sort of polarizing though. Some people are real Sunto guys or real kind of
Yes.
Coros people.
Yes.
But I'm a Garmin man.
I'm a Garmin man.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like the phone, like you were saying before.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
lock me in.
Yeah, why would you?
It works.
Yeah.
Why am I going to go Coros?
Exactly.
Oh, power, actually. Nah. No, because I don't know. You just get used to it. I don't know. But people rave about the Coros. Seems like a good one.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all the same. It's there's no real standout in that category either.
No. What Garmin do you have at the
It's
moment?
the Fenix 7.
You got
S?
the high end one.
I had the 6S, and then it just wouldn't charge.
Yeah, right.
And then they gave me a new one.
Did you email Garmin?
I said, yeah, guys, what's going on?
Yeah.
It took a little while, but eventually got a new one. Which is
I
good.
think I need to do that because I did engage their support, and then
it's a bit of a hassle,
but
but they came through.
Yeah, I remember another guy at Delta, Colin, he's like swapped out so many Garmin's because they go faulty and then they just replace them.
Yeah, it's good.
Like
if you can put the effort in and get it done.
Yeah.
But I guess when you're paying like, I don't know, $700 for a watch, like.
But when you keep replacing them, like.
Yeah, it's worth
It's
it.
pretty good to that. Most ones will just be like,
no,
you got 2 years warranty.
Yeah.
See you later. Like Garmin obviously want to keep up that reputation.
Yeah, and that's why I'm a Garmin man.
That's why I'm a Garmin man.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't used that service, but I will soon.
Yeah.
The gear. Like
Gear.
what else? What else we got?
I just bought a heart rate monitor actually.
Did you?
Yeah, it's one of the armband ones.
Yeah. What's the go with those?
It's been good. Like the data's a lot more accurate than the watch.
Have you done comparison?
Kind of. The watch is good, but sometimes it just has like little moments where it plays up, where it just starts showing like 180 when I'm like jogging.
Yeah.
That's the only bad thing about the wrist. Otherwise, the wrist is okay. And I guess the armband just seems pretty accurate. I'm sure it's similar enough to chest. Maybe not quite as good as chest, but good enough for me.
Yeah.
The only problem is I always forget to put it on. I think it's just something
that's a slight issue.
I got to get used to.
No, it's funny because I had the chest one and it just annoyed me.
Yeah, it doesn't annoy me or anything, though, which is great.
But then I'm like, if I'm going to go through accurate heart rate, would I get accurate and just cop the chest again?
I think the armband is like
accurate.
It's better than the watch, but I don't know, maybe not as good as your chest, but still
better,
it's been great
and more consistent.
Yeah, like it's consistent.
Yeah,
it looks like okay, there doesn't look anything wrong with that data. So
the main thing I would be concerned about is like during threshold and sessions, because I feel like the wrist is really high. I don't know. I feel like I'd want to see a more consistent heart rate when I'm working in threshold, or if that's actually my heart rate, because it'd be good to compare with the wrist heart rate. But yeah, that's okay. Cool. So, gonna focus on heart rate as well.
Well, not
you
really.
Just want to,
but I think
get a view on it.
Yeah, I've been wearing my watch like 24/7 as well, which is interesting. Like to track
sleep.
Yeah, sleep and heart rate variability, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oura
Ring.
That's a gear. That's another piece of gear.
Okay.
Tracking my sleep. It either makes me feel confident about my day or paranoids me.
Yeah.
So take it or leave it. It does give good data though, and
in fact there is a bit of correlation between when I'm sleeping well and I'm training well. So
yeah, definitely.
I think it's nice to have.
Yep. And
good to, I don't know, have another metric to look at, even if you don't often do it.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
It's like, diet.
Oof. Yeah. Are you going to change anything?
I think like what I've found is like, it's pretty common knowledge, but leafy greens, good for your lungs.
Mm-hmm.
Blueberries, bananas, like fruits are anti-inflammatory, so they're good too. Heavy on the carbs. I think the Charlie Doherty episode, that was pretty insightful. I thought, like, he talked about like how when you're running like as much as we do, that getting the carbs is the most important factor.
Yep.
And he stopped putting. I think he loves peanut butter on toast, but it's more like fats and stuff like that. And he's because he did a study, and that's what the recommendation was from the study, that just getting carbs in is the most important thing, which I can't argue with. I think that's on the money. So yeah, just
I don't have any problems with that.
Get into the carbs.
Yeah.
And I think that you like fueling is going to be important, and making sure we're eating enough going into a big heavy marathon block.
Yes.
And protein too. Like I got a protein powder which I'll be taking.
So you going to have any like key meals, or what do you reckon?
I guess
carving up.
Like mostly sort of vegetarian, but not hardcore. Like I think you still need to get meat in, and there's good protein and all of that. But
Yep.
the only downside is like the fats. Like I think basically you want to try and minimize them.
Yep.
Kind of. They're obviously still important.
Yeah.
But I think like the focus is more on the carbs if you're running heaps. So yeah, protein and carbs will be the two key
things.
macros.
Yeah. I have no issues with that.
Yeah.
Because I just eat carbs all the time.
Yeah.
What do I normally have? Am I going to do anything from a diet point of view? Probably not. What I will try and do is eat a little bit better and not have as much like Macca's at like lunch at work, or just try and be a little bit smarter. Not like I've been having heaps of Macca's, but like
I think it's okay though. Like
I go like I've just done an MLR, like
yeah,
just have like 2 double cheeseburgers, and
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
like
I think just eating lots as well. Like
Yes.
The risk is like when you start underfueling, then you're not running as well in your sessions, and everything just you end up in a bit of a hole.
yeah.
So keeping on top of that is going to be good.
I will say that I still go to mum and dad's quite a lot for dinner, and it's always like
They look
carb
after
heavy and like real home like hearty meals. So if I'm there 2 nights a week, 3 nights a week sometimes, you just take a little bit of leftovers and you got lunch.
Yeah.
But then like just do like heaps of rice, heaps of pasta. Breakfast is always just toast and eggs. Super basic. And then like go out for dinner.
Yeah.
And what do we have? I don't know. Schnitzels.
Yeah. I don't know.
Pastas.
If it's not broke, then don't need to fix it.
No, like I just know that if my energy levels are good, then like my body's working well with whatever fuel I'm having. So as long as I'm not silly, yeah.
Yeah, and then race nutrition.
Yeah, that's the thing we're gonna have to focus on.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah, because like typically, I'm not sure. I know because I don't eat before I run at all at the moment. Yeah,
even sessions.
Yeah, never.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm probably Sunday and the bare minimum. I'm gonna have to like eat. What am I gonna eat on race day? I'm gonna have to start eating before to get my stomach used to it.
Yeah, 100%.
That's something I forgot about. And I was chatting to people today. So probably like banana, or what's good to eat? I don't know. Probably banana, a bit of porridge.
Keep it simple to start with. Like, just go banana, and then maybe you can build upon that.
Because I've typically just had a banana and the gels on race day.
Yeah.
So nutrition, gonna have to start. I experimented with the gel this morning, and it ruined my guts. Like,
really?
I went to the bathroom like 3 times.
Oh.
I couldn't tell if that was the night before I ate like shit, but yeah, the Morton seems to work. Whatever this gel was, I forgot the name, but it just didn't work with my stomach.
Yeah, right.
So I'm gonna go to Pace and like try different gels.
Yeah.
And just see how they feel. But ultimately, I'm probably just gonna have to buy Morton because it works.
Yeah, but I guess like you need to start taking gels on all your long runs and getting used to it.
So at least 3 or 4 gels.
Yeah, for every long run.
Oh, maybe like on the 2 hours, 2 hours 15, like 2 gels, just to get the stomach and the body processing it.
Yeah,
but
true.
then like on Marapace stuff, have to
dialing it in.
do it because like
that's what you're gonna
your
do.
Body will just your body's gonna fall apart.
Yeah,
on race day.
And I think it's like when you're running fast, you're burning more and putting more power out, so you need to eat more.
Yeah.
Which is and if you're not training that, then you won't be able to do that.
But I also think like I don't eat at all before running. Like my body's just used to using the fuel from the night before.
Yeah.
So don't know if I need to like start doing it before sessions, or
you can probably get away with it, but like I guess if you're having a banana or something, at least you're getting used to it.
Yeah,
having something in your tummy. Yeah.
Maybe I should try like MLR and Sunday. Eat before. Because MLRs will start to they get out to 145 at some point. And yeah. What about you?
I eat before most runs.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you normally train a bit in the afternoon as well.
Yeah, I guess
So-
like by the afternoon you're already feeling a bit kind of like ugh.
Yeah.
So having something to eat kind of peps me up a little bit,
Yes.
which is
I would feel the same
good.
if I trained in the afternoon. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's just because you get up and head out the door pretty quickly, and you don't
Yeah.
really feel like eating.
but even still, like when I do my weekend runs, I make sure I have something to
Eat
eat.
before. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, even then when I do train in the morning, I have like a smoothie with like banana smoothie or something before I go train.
Okay.
Yeah, which is pretty quick and easy. I think that's part of it is like I can't be bothered to spend all this time making breakfast when I got to get to train.
That's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, and then nutrition, just gels every 30 minutes.
Yep.
I think for the ultra, that'll be a big focus, and then
Yeah, I was
I'll
gonna
already
say.
be pretty trained for it.
So you're gonna do gels?
So it's like a mix between drinks and gels.
Okay.
I think it's like in the past, what I've done is,
You've done Tailwind?
like Tailwind or a drink mix and a gel. I just bought a different brand drink mix
Did you?
that was a little bit cheaper.
Oh, Dominic.
Um,
Can't wait for you to try it.
yeah, it doesn't taste as good, but it's like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
This is fine.
As long as
they're
it
all
does it-
similar.
As long as it's not bad on your gut,
No, my gut's usually okay.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's
That's the
only
main thing.
it's only when I eat muesli. It just
Muesli?
goes right through me. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and I love muesli and I eat way too much, so that's why.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, no muesli and I'm all good.
okay.
But yeah, gels and stuff like that, no issues.
Good.
And then the next one's what's the goal?
Oh god, we're gonna be on this for a while.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. Well, sub 230.
Yeah,
That's the goal.
that's the goal.
There's something so. There's a lot of. I don't know. There's just a lot of. Because it's like. It's such a hyped up time, and like really quick people that are like quicker in the shorter stuff sometimes struggle to run sub 230. Like it seems like just such a hard.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard goal. I think this will be my 4th crack at it.
Yes.
So I've gone 232 during COVID in the time trial, then 232 in Canberra, then 238 in Berlin.
So now you really.
it's like
time.
4th time, surely. Yeah. But
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the goal. I think it's just hard to focus on any other time.
yeah, and like I don't care if it's just 229.59. Like
Yeah, same.
as long as you go under,
Yep.
happy
Together.
days.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, and then the way we're going to do that, we're going out in 75 and then just trying to stay strong and hold on.
75. I remember one previous episode we were talking about pacing and we went back and forth for like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we were like,
But I guess for me, coming from the ultra, that's what my strength is going to be.
yes.
So I don't think I'm going to have much speed, and there's probably a risk that I'll cook myself if I go too quick. And I've done that in Berlin, so
Yep.
yeah.
I think I'll be having pretty not stern, but chats with coach when it comes closer. Because you'll have your paces right?
You
And
kind
you'll-
of get a feel for it.
for where it is, and we'll be able to
But you
evaluate.
just got to be honest with yourself.
Yes. It's going to be very difficult,
Yeah.
but hopefully a bit of maturity.
Yeah.
Or, some...
It's hard though.
It's hard because you're like, no.
Once you're in the block, you're like,
Yeah, you're like,
I'm a
230.
machine. Like,
Yeah, I'm
this is
a
going to be a
machine.
piece of cake. Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope I don't have the chat to be like, okay, look, you're in really good shape,
Yeah.
fittest you've ever been,
Yeah.
but you're going to have to go for 231. I just don't want to have that conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do it.
Yeah. I think 231 would still be great though.
Found it
232
great.
would be great.
I know, 232 is
233
great. They're
is
all
good
great.
too.
They're all
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
But,
I know. But we've got in my head like a
Yeah.
sub 230. It's like a arbitrary thing, but
Yeah.
got to get done.
Yeah.
But it'll be good because 3 weeks out, you'll be able to make a call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to have this chat again.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
How do you envision you're going to do it?
What? Sub 230?
Run sub 230?
Well, try and get through the 16 weeks. Try and like do more of the same what I've been doing, but like don't let life get in the way.
Yeah.
Keep enjoying it and just don't get injured.
Yeah.
Keep doing the strength sessions. I've been like doing one a week now.
Yeah. What about with the Chiefs Challenge? Any goals for that?
With the Chiefs Challenge, 5K challenge?
Yeah. I think we can go sub 16.
Yeah.
That close to the marathon.
Yeah.
I'd be stoked.
Yeah. I'd want to go sub 15:45.
Even in the marathon block?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you can do that, then you'll have no problems, surely.
Yeah, true. It's in the block.
But I don't know.
You never
have a
know.
crack. Yeah.
We want to have a crack. We want to do a 5K in the next like 2 or 3 weeks to see where we're at. So that'll be interesting. We were going to do the track race, the Albie Thomas one.
Oh, yeah?
But I think it's like more of an elite race because there's prize money.
Oh.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like we'll get into that. It'll probably be like sub 15 people.
Yeah, right.
So we're going to try and do a track day. It's yet to be announced. Stay tuned. This will be someone in Delta organising it. Or we'll just do roads.
If there's enough demand for it, though, surely they'd put on another race, or...
I don't know what the
They just tell
situation
people,
is. Yeah, I
"Go
don't
home,
think
mate."
so. Yeah.
Surely
There will
not.
be good demand, but we might try and get out to Sylvania
Oh, yeah.
or like a track or roads. Just have a go at roads. But now there's like 700 people at roads.
Seriously?
That's what someone was saying. Yeah.
Wow.
Which is like good to see, but it'd be hard to when you're coming around.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people because even at Greenway's red hot.
Really?
Because like it gets a little bit windy.
Yeah, I
So
haven't done a park run in a while, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to like, especially if you're behind someone. If someone just pulls out, it'll be a pretty bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but shout out to Ian actually for being first time race director. Did you see that?
Yeah, good on you.
It was good. That was at St. Peter's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Race director does the speech at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, it's cool.
And runs the whole show.
Yeah, good stuff. How are you going to do it, Dom?
How are you going to do it?
How are we going to do it?
It's going to be tricky. It's going to be very tricky. Like, just off the back of UTA. But, yeah, I'm hoping just to be really aerobically strong.
Yep.
I think having a couple of big sort of mileage volume weeks will hopefully do the job. I think that's what's been lacking in the past. Yeah, would like to be pushing 140, 150 Ks a week. So
you've got the experience and you can hold the volume.
Yeah.
I reckon
it's been a while though since I've done big volume.
Yeah. But I think we'll be able to lift each other though.
Yeah.
Because we're both come for the same race. It's been a while since we've both...
Yeah, can you do
I think it's been a while since we've done the same race. Because we did...
Yeah, we haven't done the same race in ages.
Yeah, so we'll get closer and I think hopefully we can jump into some of those workouts. It depends on your program.
Yeah, we'll see how we go.
Yeah. But when we get closer, we'll have the energy lifting.
Yeah.
I reckon.
It's going to be good.
If we can both do it, it'd be so good.
Oh, it's going to be... Yeah.
That party after.
Yeah.
We'll be hitting the nightclubs.
Yeah.
In the Gold Coast. Any other questions? I think we've been going on for a while.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
That was good.
Yeah, good chat.
Oh, listener questions.
Oh, list of questions. Yeah.
I think we covered off
most stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Josh, another question from Josh Mackwell. Said, keen to hear how your base is now compared to peak weeks. So like, I assume what we're doing now compared to like what we will go up to in terms of mileage.
Yeah.
Potentially. And then any other changes to lifestyle, more sleep, more food, which we've covered off.
Yeah.
So yeah, how much more would you go up?
I think I had like 140K week and then we had the wedding. So now I feel like I need to start again and build back up maybe from 120.
Yep.
But I've been spending about 3 weeks at I had 3 weeks at 100, 3 weeks 110, 3 weeks 120, and then progressed like that.
Yep.
Which worked pretty well, and I think we'll probably do something similar and build hopefully to 150.
Yep. Okay, so it's just that extra little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think even if we don't quite get to 150, if we can hold it at 140, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just doing that bit more volume
Yeah, I think just being consistent though,
is the main thing.
Yeah. In the past, I've had 1 week at, 140, and then the next week's 80 Ks or 100 Ks.
If you go, for example, me, if I tried to do a 150K week, I'm just going to crumble.
And I think building it in that way, 3 weeks at each level,
yes,
you feel really fatigued the first week, a little bit better the next week, and then by the third week, it's okay, I can handle this. I'm ready to go up.
Yeah. Hope that answered your question, Josh.
What about how...
Me? Oh, yeah, true. I didn't answer.
You had, 120K week this week? Or?
I had 120K week this week, but that's one of the higher weeks.
Yeah.
I haven't really been hitting 120. Only ones where I was when we did the Tarawera longer runs.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's been sitting about 100 to 110, roughly, which has been good. And then how that's compared to going up is it'll start creeping up to 120, 130, and then we'll hold at 135, 140-ish. So not a whole lot. That bit more is a lot, really.
It is, yeah.
It's a lot because it's the doubles and it's more than your body's used to, but then that's how your fitness is meant to stretch.
Yeah, but I think you get used to it. You do it for a couple of weeks and it's okay, this isn't too bad.
Yes. So you won't see me doing crazy 160K weeks. It's just not necessary for me.
Yeah.
Because my body... Yeah.
We'll just see how we feel and if it's unsustainable to hold it at something, we'll just keep it where it is.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Step it back. Yeah.
Because I haven't run 135K week in I don't know how long. Yeah. So we'll see. Question from Chris Gatt. Keen to see how your weeks are structured when you start the big Sunday sessions and incorporate any race efforts. We kind of covered that off.
Yeah, I guess Monday's a recovery day. If I don't feel like running, then I'm not going to run.
Yes.
The race efforts is going to be tricky.
Yeah.
And we're going to need to take weeks off maybe, especially UTA I'm talking about. And
yes.
Yeah, it does. It kind of throws a bit of a spanner in the works doing too many races.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because UTA is it's a big race effort, but it's an A race, so it's
even still racing a 10K or racing a
Sydney
half marathon.
10, yeah,
you feel I want to taper for this, and
you do. Yeah,
it's 100%. Hard to train through them.
The instructions I've gotten is we're training through them, except for Sydney 10. So if I want to do a 5K and if I want to do a half, then I'm gonna have to train through it. So, the only one I'm not worried about, but that can throw a spanner in the work if you go real hard in a half. Recovery can be, if you try and do a session, try and do a bulky session on Tuesday, it could be in strife. So probably, see how we go. But I'm not doing heaps of racing, realistically.
Yeah.
Up until Gold Coast.
Yeah.
So, I
guess that's it as well. This weekend, I've got to make sure I can pull up well into the next week. Because it's going to be a big effort as well.
Yeah, that'll be a big effort. Thankfully not like UTA.
Yeah, hopefully we can
but it's
bounce
still
back quickly.
3 days of racing.
Yeah. This recovery is just going to be
key. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Right. So that wraps it up, you reckon?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, that was good. Good.
Thanks, Chris and Josh.
Yeah, thanks, Chris and Josh. Send your listener questions through to the Instagram and we'll answer your questions because we'll have time to cover it off because we get none. So, but it's been, I would say in summary, it's been a good pre-block and I'm motivated for this block. So
I feel like we're in a similar kind of space right now.
We are. Yeah, we're both you've got a bit more going on from a lifestyle point of view, but I'll be right there with you for the wedding. So
yeah, true.
That'll be good.
That's not till for a while though.
That's not for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah.
Lucky we don't have to. Yeah, and you've already sort of smashed out, except for the dancing.
Yeah.
You got lifts to do, mate.
Yeah, jeez. Lifts and dips. It's
Yeah. But yeah.
It's scary. Yeah.
All right. For the moment, stay strong
And stay
and
fast.
stay fast. All right. Thanks, Dom, and thanks, Chiefs.